Good afternoon. Welcome to OptionsTender's Monday, April 13th, 2026. Welcome, everybody. We're going to go through SPX and VIX quickly on the charts. Daily time frame 65 as usual, and get this out to you intraday. We're doing this about, it's getting close to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to get these videos intraday, consider becoming a YouTube supporter. You can go on Patreon or you can go on YouTube. If you want further detail, we're in no man's land on NDX and QQQ, so we did some analysis on that today, and we have some unfinished business also NVIDIA and our trade with Tesla. So looked at all that today. It's $10 a month for those additional videos, and if you want to get those videos for a year and save a little money, it's $90 on Patreon. Okay. Let's jump into it. We have SPX on the daily time frame. We're in the Discord where that comes with the membership, exploring some bullish ideas, and definitely not in that camp, but we have to have that on the table just in case things start to improve. But let's go ahead and go where we left off here. And we're getting to that zone where resistance is. We have not tagged it. The measured move is still a bit higher. We have our downtrend line that's here. And just know that for reasons in the membership, we're also adding on that downtrend, the top of the box here. That's a zone that we added in. That's a 786 and an 887. Okay. So when the NASDAQ, if the NASDAQ can hit its higher targets, then it is still likely that we could close this gap up here and price could go higher in SPX. Now, if things start turning to the downside, we have these negative divergences that are forming. I'll show you on the 65 here soon. We're still looking to see if this wave is complete as a third wave. Okay? And so, again, those Elliott wave counts are shared in the Discord and all that good stuff. And so we're moving up our Fibonacci's to where we have no business trading under, this isn't the exact number, but close enough, 6730, we'll call it 6732. We have no business trading underneath that if the market is any more bullish, okay? So that's kind of our bull bear line that we got going on there. All right, let's look at some moving averages. And give you a whiplash there. All right, we're getting on top of the moving averages, and we have the 20 weekly moving average that we're holding on to right now as well. All right, so those to be bullish obviously have to hold, and we'll watch for this 8 to catch up. If we do decide to pull back first before going higher, then we'll be watching this 8, 50, and 100, which we pushed off today. As for indicators, let me slide this over here. All right, we're looking at overbought conditions. If we do decide to pull back within the next 2 days to this zone here, then we'll be looking for possible another move to the upside, and we should see negative divergence at that point. Right now, we're just in a strong position. We haven't rolled over yet here in the slow stochastic. And we're getting to that just above the zero line. And again, we want to really watch that to whipsaw above and head to our lower destination at some point. But for now, no real sell signal. And we'll go on the 65 as well to make sure that's accurate. Okay, so we have our McClellan oscillator. And we're already starting to show weakness here in breadth, and you can also tell if you look at the big tech stocks, those are kind of holding things up here while the small caps stall and the Dow stall. So starting to form this divergence while price goes higher, breadth's getting weaker. Eventually we'll get the sell signal underneath this 100. Not quite there yet, but starting to show some cracks in the move. Here's our Bollinger Band. At the top of the band, pressing it up. Did we have a sell-off? Yeah, we had a sell-off overnight, over the weekend. but that former resistance support is holding so far. All right. So again, no sell yet. We'll look for the next one. I think, for the most part, that one's over. And then again, if we pull back here again, we'll look for the upper Bollinger Band one more time. So just no setup today, specifically on that Bollinger Band. All right, Elliott oscillators moving up higher in the green here. Let's go to VIX. As for the VIX, we have gotten to now, with the window being open here for a VIX cycle low, it's possible, again, that the VIX doesn't go any lower. We already hit the buy zone here. It could go lower, all right? But with the VIX cycle low, it's still open, but, if it starts to close out, and if we do go higher, again, they can diverge. You can get a higher low on the VIX, while the SPX and NDX get higher highs. That can diverge like that. We could go lower and finally tag that 200 if it starts going higher, and that would be a good buying opportunity at the channel low here. All right, but so far holding this 100 moving average in our VIX cycle low bottom so far window. And like I said in the past videos, each move it's not going to go straight up. All right, you're going to have to look for a back test here, which happened today. Some movement, some market structures start to form, and eventually break out of this new channel that I had drawn on Friday. Or the weekend. I don't think it was on Friday's video. I think it was on the weekend video for the members. Let's go to SPY and see where we left off. Boom, boom. All right. So we have a little bit higher to go for any resistance here, and definitely have some unfinished business right here at the 786 and holding on to that weekly 20 SMA. Price doesn't have to go very low, but it could go back to test that SMA again, and then head higher from that point. It could come down all the way to the gap, hold the gap, and then go higher. All right, to me, it looks like this A, B, C, well, you have a 1, 2, and it's possible that this inside a lower degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an extension into another 5-wave move, looks like it's possibly complete here. This entire move could be complete if we tag this point. But if we hold on to, your 20 moving average or 8, so the momentum's up, the trend is up, we hold on to those, then we can go to our higher levels. And again, we can draw that one out to the 887. If the NASDAQ hits its higher targets, then this one certainly can do the same. Go up to the next fib. All right, and I'm lining up the 2 peaks there. Up top at the all-time high and that lower high. Okay, but if it tags up here today, going into tomorrow, hey, it could be done. This move could certainly be done. Let's go ahead and look at got the moving averages there. You have these negative divergences, and if it continues to just grind higher, you could burn through those divergences once again, just like this one did on this last gap up. All right, and no sell signal, although we cycled to the upside, no sell signal to the downside yet. And we're at the upper boundary, and we're starting to form negative divergence on the MACD. All right, so the conditions are growing. They're starting to show a little bit of cracks here. And then let's look at the Bollinger Band. Look at those bands. We talked about that Friday. How the bands were just expanding, and now they're contracting, and we're going to look for expansion again. So let's see which way it happens. I'm definitely bearish on this market, but I'm very aware that we could still move a little bit higher. All right. And maybe a demarc. So we're at a 5 count so far. No setup on the demarc. Oscillator green, but forming the divergences there, telling us this is a wave 4 into a wave 5. Of what degree? That's the big question. And let's go to the VIX. Nice and simple today. And on the VIX, we don't have a gap close yet. If we're gonna get that gap close, clearly, the market's going higher. But I do suspect that, we still have some market structure to go, and you'll have plenty of entries in order to short. So don't get too hasty right now. We do have short positions, but we're looking for another setup to add on to those. So you have your huge gap right here, and it's possible we don't close it on the first time. So that's what I mean by forming market structure. Maybe we get up here, the market dumps just a little bit, and then we have a pullback, right? And then we start entering the gap eventually, and then you could pull back again, and then boom. So you could have some 1-2 type setups in the market, and then off to the races at that point for the VIX, and then the market really start to accelerate to the downside at that point. So not really there yet, but we could see this first test of the gap coming up tomorrow or the next day. So let's see what happens here. And we do these videos each and every day, so make sure you hit that notification bell. And don't forget to like and subscribe. All right. We'll see you in the Discord. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.